Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome to my channel Parul English Lab. In this video, I'll talk about three really important relative pronouns: that, which and who. These are very important because there is some head scratching as to how these pronouns are used. So please watch this video till the end because I'll give you a small test at the end of this session. So let's get started. Which, that, who, these are very common words and they have many different uses and meanings. But today in this video, I will only talk about the situation when there is a confusion which one is more suitable or appropriate. That, which and who. Please keep one thing in mind that refers to people, things and animals, which refers to things and animals, and who refers to the people. These relative pronouns, that, which and who, they always come before a relative clause. Now, what is a relative clause? A relative clause is one which is used to refer to nouns mentioned previously. This means it gives extra information about the nouns mentioned previously. Now, those nouns can be people, person, animal, things, ideas, etc. A relative clause always begins with a relative pronoun. For example, she liked the guy who met her yesterday. So she liked the guy who met her yesterday. So who met her yesterday, this is a relative clause because it starts with a relative pronoun. Who is a relative pronoun. So who met her yesterday. So here the word who gives extra information about the noun in this sentence. She liked the guy. Guy is a noun. She liked the guy who met her yesterday. So who is a relative pronoun and who met her yesterday, this is a relative clause. Let me give you one more example. I love dancing, which is a great exercise. So when we look at this sentence as whole, so I like dancing, which is a good exercise, it has a meaning. But if you take only the relative clause, I love dancing, which is a great exercise. So which is a great exercise, this is a relative clause because it starts with a relative pronoun, which is a good exercise. So here the word which is a related pronoun and it gives extra information about dancing, and dancing is a noun here. So which is a great exercise. I hope you understood what a relative clause is. Now let me tell you how we can use these three relative pronouns: which, who and that. First, let me tell you the difference between which and that. That is used for essential information. Essential means necessary. When the added information is necessary or really important to understand the sentence, then we use that. On the other hand, when the added information is not really important, when we can understand the sentence without that information, then we use which. So this is the basic difference between that and which. Now let's look at some examples. My phone, which is brand new, isn't working properly. So here my phone, which is brand new, isn't working properly. So which is brand new. So this is a relative clause here, and this information is not really required or essential because you can understand the whole sentence without this information as well. My phone isn't working properly. So if you take out this information, which is brand new, even then the sentence will make sense and the sentence is complete. So this is extra information you are giving about the phone, but this is not essential. That's why I have used which. If it was essential, I would have used that. So this is the basic difference. So if you are giving extra information that is not important, then use which, otherwise use that. My train, which is tomorrow, has been delayed. So in this sentence, which is tomorrow, this is extra information about the train, about the noun mentioned previously. My train, which is tomorrow, has been delayed. Now if we take out this relative clause, which is tomorrow, this extra information, out of this sentence, then let's see whether the sentence makes sense or not. So my train has been delayed. So this makes sense. Okay, so this was the extra information which was not essential. That's why we have used which. My train, which is tomorrow, has been delayed. So you will not use that in this sentence. You will use which, because this information is not essential. Pizza, which I eat 3 times a day, is my favorite meal. So again, which I eat 3 times a day. This is extra information about the pizza, but it's not essential, and that's why I have used which, not that. Pizza, which I eat 3 times a day, is my favorite meal. Now if I take this particular part of the sentence out, then also it will make sense. Pizza is my favorite meal. So this is a complete sentence. That's why I have used which, not that. Which I eat 3 times a day. So this is a relative clause, and which is a relative pronoun. Now let's look at some sentences where we use that, where the information, the extra information is really important and essential. My phone that I bought last week isn't working properly. So my phone that I bought last week. So that I bought last week, this is a relative clause, and that is a relative pronoun. Now why have I used that? Because this information is really important. This is essential. My phone that I bought last week isn't working properly. So which phone? I might have 2-3 phones, but which particular phone are we talking about? I'm talking about that particular phone that I bought last week. So this information is important. It's really essential, and that's why I have used that, not which. So here if you use which, so that is not grammatically incorrect, but the better option or the more appropriate relative pronoun is that. I liked the book that you gave me yesterday. So again here I have used that because this is an important information. The book that you gave me yesterday. So I'm just talking about that particular book that you gave me yesterday. You might have given me many books till now, but I liked the book that you gave me yesterday. So again, that you gave me yesterday, this is an important information. That's why I have used that, not which. Where did you buy the dress that you wore in the party? So where did you buy the dress that you wore in the party? So which dress? That particular dress that you wore in the party. So again, this information is important. This is essential. So the dress that you wore in the party, that was really good. So I want to know, where did you buy the dress that you wore in the party? So this is the basic difference between the relative pronouns that and which. When the extra information is really essential, then use that, and when it is not important, when it is not essential, then use which. Who is used to talk about people when you give extra information about people. For example, my friend who lives in New York is coming tomorrow. So my friend who lives in New York. So here, who lives in New York, this is the extra information about my friend, about the noun mentioned earlier. So here we are giving extra information about people. That's why we have used who. So my friend who lives in New York is coming tomorrow. James, who is from Canada, is getting married. So James, who is from Canada, is getting married. Again, extra information about people. That's why I have used who. Is that the guy who yelled at you? So you can make interrogative sentences, negative sentences using these relative pronouns as well. So is that the guy who yelled at you? So this is again extra information, who yelled at you. So that guy who yelled at you. So is this the guy who yelled at you? Is she the one who won the race? So who won the race? This is a relative clause, and who is a relative pronoun. Is she the one who won the race? Again, extra information about a person. That's why we have used who. It was my son who broke the glass. Again, we are talking about a person. That's why we have used who. Now look at this sentence. I don't know the girl who you were waiting for. So here in this sentence, who you were waiting for, this is a relative clause, and this clause is describing or giving extra information about the object, not the subject. So I don't know, I is the subject, I don't know the girl. So I don't know the girl is an object. Okay, so here who you were waiting for, so who you were waiting for is giving extra information about the object, about the girl. So when you have these kind of sentences wherein you give extra information about the object, in that case we can frame a sentence in three different ways. One is using who and the preposition comes at the end. So I don't know the girl who you were waiting for. Okay, second, you can use that also. I don't know the girl that you were waiting for. And the third way you can frame this sentence is I don't know the girl for whom you were waiting. I don't know the girl for whom you were waiting. So this is a situation when you can frame a sentence in three different ways. Let's look at one more example like this. I don't like the guy who you were talking to. So again here we are giving extra information about the object, not the subject. I don't like the guy. So I is the subject and the guy is an object. So I don't like the guy who you were talking to. So who you were talking to gives extra information about the guy, that is an object. Now this is the one way to frame this sentence, who you were talking to. Second way is you can use that. So in this situation only, who and that can be used interchangeably. Only in this case when you give extra information about the object, not the subject. So I don't like the guy who you were talking to, or that you were talking to, or I don't like the guy to whom you were talking. So this way we use these three relative pronouns, which, who and that. I hope you understood everything about these three relative pronouns and now you should not have any confusion with it. If you have, then you can mention in the comment section. I'll try to help you. Now let's have a small test. First sentence is I liked the movie dash I watched last night. So think about it. What should come here? Whether this information is essential or not. Or what are we talking about? People, thing, or an animal? So the answer is I like the movie that I watched last night. So that I watched last night because this is essential. This information is important. Which movie? I liked the movie. I'm talking about the particular movie that I watched last night. So this is an important information. That's why we will use that. My colleague dash gave me a pen is out of town. So the answer is my colleague who gave me a pen is out of town. So here I am using who because we are talking about a person, my colleague. My colleague who gave me a pen is out of town. So since we are talking about a person, so we will use who. Dancing dash is a great exercise, can be tiring sometime. So what should come here? Correct. So dancing, which is a great exercise, can be tiring sometimes. Why we have used which over here? Because this information is not really essential. So you can complete the sentence or you can understand the sentence without this information as well. Dancing can be tiring sometimes. So that's why we have used which, because this information is not essential. So that's all for today. I hope you understood the concept. Now please revise and keep practicing. Please like and subscribe to my channel Parul English Lab and don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications. Thank you. Take care. Have a great day.